Welcome to another episode of Insights with GCTI. Today we're digging into, a subject that's reshaping how we think about work and opportunity, job training. Now, the world of work has changed dramatically, but the way we prepare people for work hasn't always kept up, which brings us to the big question: why must job training evolve to meet the needs of today's workers? To unpack this, I'm joined by someone who spent years building real solutions. Edward Tee, Learning Advisor here at Gulf Coast Trade Institute. Edward, thanks for being here.
Yeah, I'm really glad we're talking about this because the truth is, the way job training's been done for decades, it just doesn't fit today's reality. And until we face that, too many people will be left behind.
Hmm, right. Let's start there. What do you mean when you say the old model doesn't fit?
Well, traditionally, job training was built around one size fits all classrooms, rigid schedules, and the assumption that learners had the luxury of time and money. That worked for some, sure, but not for the single parent working two jobs, not for the veteran transitioning to civilian life, not for the worker who just got laid off and needs a new career fast. Today's workers need flexibility, training they can do at their own pace without quitting their current job. They need programs that connect to real jobs, not just theory. And maybe most importantly, they need support along the way because life doesn't pause while you're trying to learn.
Yeah, that really hits home. A lot of people have tried those traditional courses and felt like but it just wasn't built for them.
Exactly. And when people drop out, it's not because they're not smart enough. It's because the system wasn't designed with their lives in mind. That's what has to change.
All right, so let's talk about those lives for a minute. What challenges are today's workers really facing?
Yeah, there are a few big ones. First is time pressure. Most adults just can't afford to stop working to go back to school. They're juggling jobs, kids, bills, sometimes even aging parents. Second, financial barriers. Training can be expensive, and if you're already struggling with rent or groceries, paying thousands for tuition, yeah, that's just not realistic. Then there's uncertainty. People ask themselves, if I invest in this, will it really lead to a job, or will I end up right back where I started? And finally, confidence. A lot of workers haven't been in a classroom in years. Some never had great experiences in school. So they worry, am I too old? Am I even tech savvy enough?
Hmm. Yeah, that's powerful. It's not that people don't want to learn, it's that the system hasn't really made learning possible for them.
Exactly. And unless training programs address those challenges head on, people will just keep getting left behind. And that's what we have to fix.
Earlier, you said the old model doesn't work. Then what does an evolved model actually look like?
Yeah, good question. I'd say evolved training really rests on three big pillars. First is uh, flexibility. Training has to fit into people's lives, not the other way around. That's why self paced online programs are so powerful. You can, jump in at 6 a.m. before work or 9 p.m. after the kids are in bed. Second is support, flexibility on its own. Yeah, it's not enough because if you're completely on your own, chances are you won't finish. That's why here at GCTI, we pair self paced learning with real tutors and mentors, people who actually check in, review your assignments, and keep you on track. And then the third is career connection. Training shouldn't just stop with a certificate, it has to tie back to jobs. That means um, resume help, interview coaching, job search support, even partnerships with employers who are ready to hire. But yeah, when those three things come together, flexibility, support, and career outcomes, that's when training really works for today's workers.
That's right. So it's not just about learning, it's about finishing and actually landing a job.
Exactly. That's the whole point.
Still talking about the evolved training. Why is this so urgent right now? I mean, why does job training need to evolve today and not, 5 years from now?
Because the world of work, it isn't waiting. Technology is reshaping every industry. Jobs are disappearing, and new ones are popping up at lightning speed. If we don't evolve training now, workers are just going to keep falling behind. And it's not only individuals who suffer, it's families, whole communities, even the economy as a whole. But if we get this right, we can give people the tools they need, not just to survive, but to actually thrive in this new world of work. And that's why it matters.
Finally, I would like to ask for someone listening right now, maybe stuck in a low-paying job or just honestly afraid to start something new. What would you say to them?
I'd say this: you are capable of more than you realize. The world of work has changed, sure, but that also means opportunity has changed too. Don't let the old system convince you that you can't succeed. With the right training, delivered in the right way, you absolutely can. And at GCTI, that's really our mission: to walk with you from where you are today to where you want to be tomorrow. Because it's not just about learning skills, it's about building a future you can actually be proud of.
Hmm, that's powerful. Thank you very much. And to everyone listening, remember the future of work isn't something to fear. It's something you can prepare for. And to know more about Gulf Coast Trade Institute, you can visit their website at gulfcoasttradeinstitute.com. And I believe with their support, you just won't survive change. You'll grow through it.